Master hypnotist Danny Doyle.
Thank you. This is my favorite part of the night. Almost nobody looks up at me. You guys sound like you're having some fun. You want to have some fun? Good, that's why we're here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you exactly how this show's going to go this evening. We're going to find some volunteers. We're going to jump right on in and do it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a couple of minutes and I'm going to tell you some things about what hypnosis actually is. And after that, probably far more importantly, I'm going to spend a couple of minutes and I'm going to tell you some things about what hypnosis is not. Because there's a lot of really bad myths and rumors and legends about hypnosis. We're going to clear up that nonsense before we get started this evening. After that, what I'll do is I'll tell you something about the power of suggestion. What you can do with the power of your mind when you simply allow things to happen. And after that, we will ask for some volunteers. Because this is an audience participation show, and without you, the audience participating, this will degrade into nothing but a 50-minute lecture on hypnosis by me. And nobody wants to see that, do you? Good. So my friends, I will tell you that before we get started with the show, all hypnosis, I don't care where you've seen it before, if it was on a stage like this, if it was in a doctor's office, or even on television, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. And what this means is I simply do not have any powers. It's not as if electricity is going to jump out of my eyes and shoot to your eyes and then somehow you become hypnotized. Believe me, if it worked that way, they would pay me one heck of a lot more money. And I wouldn't do this show at all. Unfortunately for me, this is not the way that hypnosis works. The way that hypnosis works is simply following directions. That's all that hypnosis is. And as a matter of fact, it is exactly like following the directions you're given in your car. You follow the directions you're given in your car, you end up at your destination. You follow the directions I give you, you end up hypnotized. It is this simple. Anybody who wants to come up here and challenge me and tell me that there's no possible way I can hypnotize you, I have already conceded this point, because I cannot. Nobody, and I don't care what you've read, what you've seen, what you've heard, nobody can hypnotize you against your will. There's very little danger that you're going to be walking back to your room this evening and have some jerk jump out and hypnotize you and steal your room key. I mean, think about it. If they could do that, they wouldn't use guns. So there's this bad misconception. People think that this is like the Jedi mind trick. They think that it's the hypnotist taking your will and bending it to his will and making it do things you don't want to do. There's people that think you need to be weak-willed or even simple-minded to become hypnotized in the first place. And actually the exact opposite is the truth. The better you are able to concentrate, the better you are able to follow the directions, the better you are able to block out the distractions that will inevitably happen during a show of this nature, the easier it is for you to become hypnotized. It's those of you distracted by shiny objects that are going to have the trouble. Now, there's some questions I get around the show, and I want to clear a few of them up before we get started. The first thing people ask when they hear it's going to be a hypnotist, they say, exactly what am I going to be doing up there? I don't want to ruin the show for you because I have seen the ending. It's pretty cool. But you will not do anything under hypnosis that you would not normally do during the day. Your moral and your ethical code will stay completely intact the entire time that you are under hypnosis. And for those of you without that stringent moral or ethical code, Felix has given me some guidelines from the resort, so we should be okay. Nobody's going to be up here barking like a dog. Nobody's going to cackle like a chicken. I promise you, if you come to the stage, I will treat you as if you're either a friend or a colleague or an honored guest in my home. Plus, I promise, once you leave the stage here this evening, you're going to feel 100% better than you do right now. People always say, oh my God, it's a hypnotist. Am I going to take my clothes off up there? Look, if you're not prone to getting up in front of a theater filled with people and taking off your clothes, this isn't even something you can do under hypnosis. And those of you prone to that sort of behavior, I would ask you to enjoy the show from the audience. Now, the next question people ask is, what does hypnosis feel like? And I can't help you with that, because it feels different for every single person who tries it individually. But there are two threads to this process which are extremely common. The first one is it's extraordinarily relaxing. Odds are pretty good that if you have not become hypnotized in this fashion before, you've probably never felt this relaxed before. The other one is 1 hour of hypnotic sleep works out to just about 8 to 12 hours of nighttime rest. Yeah, but the hangover will be completely non-negotiable. I've heard hypnotists themselves, they'll refer to hypnosis as something stupid, like an altered state of consciousness. Hypnosis is no such thing. It's a natural state of mind. We pass through it each and every single day of our lives, and we don't even know when it happens. I'll give you the perfect example. You've probably been driving in your car back and forth to work. You drive the exact same route back and forth, day after day, week after week, year after year. And one day you're home and you don't remember the last 8 or 10 miles of that trip. That's called road trance. It happens to almost everybody at one point in their lives or another. Now it happened to me. My freshman year of college, I bought books. And 4 years later, they handed me a degree. I haven't the faintest idea what happened between those 2 periods of time. Another victim of the same thing, I see. That's good. Now, if you've ever come out of a movie, you looked at your watch and you said, wow, is that really 2 hours? You've been in a hypnotic trance. If you've ever been reading a book, you've gotten so lost in the story that you're just getting late for your next appointment, you've been in a hypnotic trance. If you've ever heard that voice in your head, you've been in a hypnotic trance. If you have ever answered that voice in your head, that has nothing to do with hypnosis. And as a matter of fact, you should get that checked when you get back from the Dominican Republic. I want to show you something about the road trance thing I was just talking about. Take your left hand for me and put it up in the air, just like this. Now spread your fingers out. Your thumb and forefinger form sort of this L. I want you to close that L into a 0, so you've got this OK sign happening up in the air, just like that. Now stop looking at your OK sign and start concentrating on my OK sign. Keep concentrating on my OK sign, and as fast as you possibly can, take your OK sign and put it right here on your chin for me. Yes, that's your cheek. Give yourselves a round of applause, folks. Now that's called bypassing your critical factor. And what most likely happened during that process is you were paying just that much more attention to what it was I was doing and that much less attention to what it was I was saying, and so you ended up with that OK symbol on your cheek. And during that process, you slipped into a hypnotic trance. Anybody who can adequately describe what that feeling was should come and see me after the show, because I've never found a description. And this is more the point that I'm trying to make. Hypnosis isn't something you cause to happen. You don't make this happen. You allow this to happen. You don't fight it while it's happening, and you end up in a hypnotic trance. Now, certainly in a group this size, somebody had to go directly to your chin, and this does not mean you can't become hypnotized. Remember I told you this was all about following directions? And what you demonstrate is an extraordinary ability to follow these directions even while I'm trying like crazy to distract you. And if you wanted to be hypnotized, it'll be easier for you than anybody else in this room. Give yourself some more round of applause, bypassing the critical factor. Now the last thing people ask me is after the show. They'll come up to me all the time and they say, hey listen, I really wanted to try to be part of that show, but I was just afraid I was going to get stuck in a hypnotic trance. I don't have any clue where this idea originated, but you are not going to get stuck in a hypnotic trance any more likely than you're going to get stuck sleeping at night. It cannot happen. It has never happened, and it never will. I mean, there's mornings we try to stay sleeping, and we can't because our body awakens itself. And hypnosis is exactly the same thing. No matter what happens, the odds of you somehow remaining in trance or staying under the influence are absolutely 0. Now, anybody that wants to become hypnotized quite simply can become hypnotized, but there are 3 exceptions to this rule. The first one is small children. I do not have an exact age range on this for you, but the reason children have trouble becoming hypnotized in this situation is they very often lack the ability to focus and to concentrate well enough to become hypnotized in the first place. And if you check with anybody who owns a small child, they will tell you that very often they lack the ability to follow directions. A couple of small child owners in the crowd, I see. Now the next group of people, and I bet I have a few of these here in the audience. If you have been chemically impaired in some fashion via the all-inclusive resort, 1 or 2 drinks is not going to hurt this process at all, and in most cases that will enhance this process. But if you're going to have trouble with these few steps to come to the stage, I would ask you to enjoy the show from the audience. I could make a wonderful argument that you've already become hypnotized without any help from me at all. Now, the last group of people who are going to have a little bit of trouble becoming hypnotized is anybody who may possess a mental impairment, which is going to make it difficult for you to concentrate and for you to follow directions. Barring these three conditions, anybody who wants to become hypnotized quite simply can become hypnotized. The only thing you have to be is willing. Now, the last thing I want to show you before we find some volunteers is the power of suggestion. This is not me trying to sneak up and hypnotize you. It's you experiencing the power of suggestion with your own mind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some directions. The only thing you have to do is follow them. You will begin to feel changes happening in your body. And as these changes happen, just allow them to happen. Don't cause them to happen. But once they have happened, do not change them, and you will be surprised with what you end up with. So sit back in the chairs for me, please, and put your feet flat on the floor. This is great. You're in my power already. Now, take both arms for me, please. Both arms just like this, right at the shoulder height with the elbows locked and the palms facing the ceiling. Now, everybody take a deep breath in and breathe out. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Take a deep breath in, all the way in, and this time as you breathe out, close your eyes. Now you just keep breathing deeply, exhaling completely, and concentrating on the sound of my voice. I want you to picture in your mind for me, imagine, visualize a very large and a very heavy rock. This is the largest rock you've ever seen. You can actually see this rock in your mind. You can actually feel this rock because I'm going to place this rock on your left palm. And because this rock is on your left palm begins to be pulled down towards the ground. Concentrate on this very large and very heavy rock as it begins to pull the left palm down, down, down. Now imagine that around your right wrist we're going to tie a very large helium balloon. This is the largest helium balloon you've ever seen. That balloon is extremely light. It begins to pull the right wrist up towards the ceiling. Concentrate on this very large and very light helium balloon as it pulls the right wrist up, up, up. And the left hand goes down because the rock is extremely heavy and pulls the left hand down, down, down. And the right hand goes up because the balloon is very light, pulls the right hand up, up, up. And your left hand goes down while your right hand goes up. And your left hand goes down while your right hand goes up. Everybody freeze your arms and open your eyes and see how your neighbors did. Give yourselves a round of applause, folks. That was really good. In that very short demonstration, there was a few things different I saw happen. There were some people that had some very profound change around this room, which is really great with imagining and with following directions, and that's all that hypnosis actually is. There were some people without quite as much change, but this doesn't for a second mean you can't become hypnotized. This simply means you do not have a lot of experience with very big rocks and really big balloons. Now, there was one person in the crowd, and I'm not going to point at you because this would be embarrassing, but your right hand went down and your left hand went up. As far as I can tell, that might be dyslexia. I get that checked out too when I get home. Give yourselves a round of applause. We're going to find some people. Now we have come to the portion of the show we're going to ask for some volunteers to fill the chairs on the stage with me. A few rules about volunteering. The first one is we will not be taking anybody under the age of 18. Second thing is we will not be taking anybody who is being volunteered by their friends, because this isn't volunteering in the first place. And as I said earlier, this is all self-hypnosis. There is no sense in sending somebody up here who doesn't actually want to be up here, because there is a 100% chance that this simply will not work. There is no sense in sending them up here because they will not follow the directions, they will not get into trance, and we will send them back to their seats. We only have a limited number of chairs, and I'd like to reserve those for people who actually want to try to experience this wonderful state of mind. If you do want to volunteer, I will promise you a couple of things. As I said earlier, you're going to feel 100% better than you do right now after you leave this stage here with me. The second thing I will tell you is this: you're going to have more fun than anybody else in this room. You're going to get to go places. You're going to get to see things that nobody else is going to get to do. You will have more fun in the next hour up here on stage with me than everybody else is going to have the entire rest of the time they are here in Punta Cana. This much I will promise you. So if you wanted to volunteer, do me a favor and raise your hand. If you don't want to volunteer, please use both those hands to applaud like crazy, because without these folks, we're not going to have a show. So let them hear it, folks. There you go. Chairs. We'll get a couple extra chairs up here. You get some chairs for me? Thank you so much. Volunteer in the audience. Remember how I told you this was all self-hypnosis? If you follow the directions from your seats in the audience, this will work. You don't have to be sitting up here. And sometimes not everybody up here actually gets into trance, and if they don't, we will replace them with people from the audience. If they'd actually like to try this, please don't bother them. Just alert us to them later and we'll bring them on up. So give everyone a round of applause when we start. When you do fall asleep, you will not fall back. You know, you'd have to be crazy. You're not crazy when you're awake, are you? Well, good. Okay. Great. Now, okay. Now, here's what's about to happen, my friends. My buddy Max is going to start playing some music in the background. This music will actually have my voice as an undertrack. You can't hear it consciously even if you try. But there it Max. If you allow it to, it will begin to relax your mind for you. You don't have to do anything, just allow it to happen. The directions I give you will help you to relax your body. Max, you want to play that third one for me? There it is. Again, you don't have to do anything. It will begin to relax your mind for you. The directions will help you to relax your body. During this process, you will always be able to hear all the sounds happening around you. You'll feel me coming by and walking on the stage. You might feel other people moving around you because you'll be very relaxed. You'll hear the audience. Don't allow these things to bother you. Just allow them to relax you even further. As I give you these directions, follow them as completely as possible. When I say breathe in as deeply as possible. When I say breathe out, exhale as completely as as possible. This will get your body moving, and that will help your mind to relax. During this process, do not ask yourself a conscious question, such as, am I hypnotized? Because there's no reason to ask that question. If you follow the directions, the answer to that question will be yes. During the process here, do not leave this stage unless I come to you and I say thank you and I send you back to your seat. There was a guy a few weeks ago, got up, walked back to his seat, and fell over in the aisle the second I said sleep. He did not think he was in trance, but he was. And if you're not, I'll say thank you, I'll send you back to your seat. But until that time, I need you to stay up here with me. So I'd like everybody to applaud one more time for me. Now, during the next few minutes, we're going to try, and I need you to be as quiet as possible. If you have to make a lot of noise, do me a favor, walk into the lobby. When you come back in, you can make all the noise you want. You can laugh, you can applaud, you can scream. At that point in the show, it will only put them further into trance. And not coincidentally, it will make it a better show. So if you want to follow along with the audience, now is the time. If you're under 18, the only way you can follow along is if mom and dad are here with you. So everybody sit back in the chairs for me. Please put your feet flat on the floor. Lay your hands loosely in your lap. And look down in front of you and pick out a spot. Pick out any spot in front of you. Do not remove your eyes from that spot as you take a deep breath in and breathe out. Keep concentrating on that spot. Do not remove your eyes from that spot as you take a deep breath in and breathe out. Keep concentrating on that spot. Do not remove your eyes from that spot as you take a deep breath in, all the way in. And this time as you breathe out, close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, you're awake. Okay, you guys are really good at this. You guys are really good at this. Okay, so here we are here. We're going to try and see if we can't get this show started here. What's your name? You're very good at this. What? Hunter, very nice of you. Sit back in your chair for me, Hunter. Look right at me. Give me your hand. How old are you, Hunter? Gee, look right at me, man. Hunter is extremely good at this. What's your name? Austin? Do you know Hunter? You do? Here, look right at me, Austin. Yes, okay. What's your name? Angie, look right at me, Angie, please. What's your name? Ben, look right at me, buddy. What's your name? Brad? Look right at me, Brad. Chris, look right at me, Chris. What's your name, my friend? Ron, look right at me, sir. What's your name? Tammy, look right at me. You're about to hear a round of applause allowed to drive you even further into trance. The next time that you awaken, every time you hear me say the word red, you're going to smell the worst odor you have ever smelled in your entire lives. And as a matter of fact, that will be coming from the person next to you. And every time I say the word red, it will get worse. You will not choke, you will not gag, you will not throw up, but it will smell terrible. However, every time I say the word green, you will smell the best odor you have ever smelled in your lives. And that too will be coming from the person next to you. And every time I say the word green, it will get better. 1, 2, 3, you're awake. Come and join us down here, would you guys? Austin, Punta, come on now. Give them all a round of applause for there, folks. Thanks. Now, I gotta tell you guys something that happened to me. I was on my way from the airport here. I was coming from the airport in Chicago. There was a traffic accident. What happened was the light turned red. And the guy, now you can make all the noise you want. That'll make this that much better, trust me. Anyway, that light turned red. And the guy stopped quickly because he didn't want to get a ticket for going through a red light. The guy behind him had no idea the light was red. He thought the light was still green. And he was going to try to go through that green light because he was in a big hurry. And that light, as soon as it turned green, that was great. But the guy in back ran right into him because that guy stopped and there was this big argument. One guy got out screaming the light was red, red, red. The other guy started screaming the light was green, green, green. And I knew the light was red, but I had to be here in the Dominican Republic. I wasn't about to get into an argument about whether it was red or green. I figured, what the heck? So, as soon as I snap my fingers, all those smells will be back to normal. Sit back here. Let me get one of these for you. Can I have one of those, please? Get one of these. Thank you so much. Thank you. Your name was Angie, right? You're very good at this, Angie. Look right at me. Give me your hand. Look right at me. I know, you guys have changed sides on me. Sleep. Hey, Hunter, sleep. We didn't meet her there. What's her name? Yeah, look right at me, buddy. That's the weirdest thing, isn't it? Sleep. Isn't that strange how that sleep? But thank you so much for joining. Oh. Wow, that was... Give them a round of applause, folks. They're doing great. You are not going to disturb them by doing that. That will actually make this a much better show. So when they're doing something, really let them hear it. The next time that you awaken, every time you hear me say the word hypnotist, a tap will come through your chair and poke you in the butt. 1, 2, 3, you're awake. Could you do me one favor? Walk with me to the other side over there, please, by my friend Hunter. There you go. And sit right there for me. We're just trying to level off the stage now. Now, I have a question. How old are you, my friend? Have you ever seen a hypnotist before? No? I've actually been a hypnotist for longer than you've been alive. Yeah. I'm sorry, what was I talking about? Being a hypnotist, that's right. I was... like an hour-long practical joke being a hypnotist as it happens. As soon as I snap my fingers, that's not going to happen anymore. Sit back in your chairs, look up at me. When you guys do fall asleep, your backs are going to sort of be Velcro to those chairs. You're not going to get all crazy and fall all over the place. Now, actually, would you stand up for me, please? Thank you so much. Head on back to your seat for me. Thank you so much for coming on. Now, give him a round of applause for trying. Here, use the steps there. Steps? Yeah, get on the lane for me. Would you sit over in this chair for me, please? Thank you so much. Now, don't forget, when you guys do fall asleep, your backs are going to be Velcroed in those chairs. Everybody, just in case, I'm going to wait until he's sitting. Because... Great. Now, anybody who looked like that a couple minutes ago, watch out for him. Hang on to him. Everybody take a deep breath in. 3, 2, 1, sleep. Give a round of applause, folks. They're doing great. The next time that you awaken, you will not be sitting here in dreams Punta Cana. You will be sitting in a movie theater. There will be a movie screen in front of you, and I will describe the movie as it is happening. 1, 2, 3. You're wide awake. And you're sitting watching the funniest comedy movie you have ever seen in your entire lives. It has all your favorite comedians in it, and they keep doing your favorite funny stuff. And the movie just keeps on getting funnier. And funnier. And funnier. It's twice as funny as it was just a second ago. And it keeps on getting funnier. And funnier. Now it's really hard to hear because that jerk behind you is talking so loud. He's talking loud, he's disturbing the entire movie for you. Now he's kicking your chair. I thought that was pretty rude. Hey, he just threw popcorn at you. I thought that was... But the movie just keeps on getting funnier. And funnier. Okay, they took that funny movie out now. Now they put in a sad movie. It's a really sad movie. Oh, her mother's sick. That's so sad. Oh, now her son is missing. I can't believe this movie's so sad. Wait, there's a knock at the door. That's probably some really good news about her son. Oh, wait, Fluffy ran into the street and got hit by a truck. Wait a minute, Fluffy made it across the street. Fluffy's fine. Fluffy didn't get hit. That was news about her son. He's just at the neighbor's house. He's fine. Yeah, and her mom's not sick. She's fine. That was a great report. That wasn't such a sad movie. Hey, now they put in a scary movie. It's a really scary movie. It's suspenseful. She's walking down the hallway and he's in the shower with that knife. As soon as she walks into the bathroom, he's going to jump out and stab her with that knife. She's got her hand on the doorknob. It looks like she's walking in. And the phone rings and she goes to get the phone. Okay, they took that scary movie out now. Now it's not scary anymore. I don't know what's wrong with the air conditioner in this theater, but it's 70 degrees and it just keeps getting hotter and hotter. It's 75 degrees in this movie theater and it just keeps getting hotter and hotter. It's 80 degrees in this movie theater and it is just getting hotter And hotter. It's 85. It just keeps getting hotter, and it's sticky and humid. You're sticking to the chair and the floor, and it's 90 degrees in this theater, and it's just getting hotter and hotter. Well, they must have fixed that air conditioner now because it's going down to 85 degrees. Now it's going down to 80 degrees, and it's blowing really cold, and it's down to 75 degrees, and that theater keeps getting colder and colder. It's down to 65 degrees. That's what the theater keeps getting colder and colder. It's 60 degrees. This theater keeps getting colder and colder. It's 55 degrees now. This thing is getting colder and colder. Well, now they must have fixed that system because now it's going up. Now it's going up to 60 degrees. Now 65 degrees. Now it's 70 degrees here in this movie theater. It's a perfect temperature for you, whatever a perfect temperature is. And as soon as I snap my fingers, we'll be right back here at Dreams Punta Cana. Hey, you guys are really good at this. Sit back in your chairs for me, please. Don't forget, when you do fall asleep, your backs will be sort of velcroed to those chairs. Everybody take a deep breath in. 3, 2, 1, sleep. Give a round of applause, Leslie. It's extremely difficult under these conditions to come up here and do this, and it's remarkable that they're displaying this level of trance. It truly is. The next time that you awaken, you will go back to a time in your childhood. It might have been 3rd grade. It might have been 5th grade. It doesn't matter. You were a very happy child. We're going to be sitting here in class, and I'm going to be the teacher. And every time I turn around, you're going to make all kinds of mean, horrible, nasty faces at me. But you do not want me to catch you making mean, horrible, nasty faces at me. 1, 2, 3. You're awake. That's good. Just a good time to mention copies of the video are $30. You know, if you guys aren't laughing, I have no idea what's going on back there. I love when they give me an innocent look when I turn back around. That's my favorite part. He's doing some work. Okay. That's the time to fix this, huh? Okay, here. I can fix this. Okay, sit back. Feet on the floor. Don't forget your backs are sort of velcro to those chairs. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1, sleep. Give her a round of applause. The next time you awaken, you will be back to your regular age, whatever that was when you came to the stage here this evening. The next time that you do awaken, the number 6 will not exist. The number 6 will have completely vanished. There will be no number 6. 1, 2, 3, you're awake. Hunter, right? Stand up for me, my friend. How many fingers have you got? 10, we all do, right? Yeah. Hold up your hands for me. I'm going to touch the fingers, you count them for me real loud, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
They do say this place is all-inclusive, don't they? Okay, here, sit back down. Most people are a little bit more freaked out by having 11 fingers on that. Stand up for me, my friend. I think the problem was we started at 1. We're going to start at 10 and go backwards, okay? Let's do that.
10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You're right, man. That's totally your 0 finger. Okay. Oh yes, computer science starts with 0. See, he's right. Okay. Okay, here we go. Sit back. Don't forget your electrode in. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1, sleep. Let them hear it, man. They've done great. And Max, if you got that 4th one ready up there, just kind of flash the lights if you do. Anyway, my friends, we have come to the portion of the show that I like to call the post-hypnotic suggestions. And what this means is I'm going to give them a suggestion while they're up here on the stage. And it's going to take place while they're with you in the audience. In other words, they're going to be your problem as opposed to mine. This is a lot of fun. The person whose shoulder that I'm touching right now, every time you sit in your seat in the audience, you're going to realize you left your tie here on stage with me. Which is a little bit unusual because you weren't wearing one when you came up. This will not stop you. You will realize you left your tie up here on stage. You will come to the stage to get your tie from me. And as soon as you sit down, you're going to realize you left your tie up here on stage with me. Not realizing you are already wearing a tie, you will come to the stage to get your tie from me. And this will go on and on and on. And the person whose shoulder that I'm touching right now, after you sit in your seat in the audience, every time you hear me say the words Danny Doyle, you will jump up and shout, "He's great," as loud as you possibly can. And the person whose shoulder I'm touching right now, every time you hear someone in the audience jump up and shout, "He's great," you will jump up and shout, "Hey, shut up," as loud as you can. You will not physically attack this person, and the person being told to shut up, you will not be upset by being told to shut up. And the person whose shoulder I'm touching right now, every time you sit in your seat in the audience, you're going to realize you had something extremely important that you were going to tell me. And you will come to the stage safely to tell me what that was. And as soon as you get up on stage, you're going to forget what you were supposed to tell me. But as soon as you sit in your seat in the audience again, you will realize you had something extremely important you were going to tell me, and you will come to the stage to tell me what that was, and you will forget what you were supposed to tell me. And the person whose shoulder I'm touching right now, when you try to get out of this seat on the stage, you will find that you are stuck. You're going to realize that I am the problem, and you're going to start yelling at me to help you. You will not say anything to embarrass yourself, but you will yell at me to help you out. and the person whose shoulder I'm touching right now. As soon as you try to get out of your seat, you will realize you too are stuck to your seat. You're going to realize that the problem is that there's someone on the other side of the stage who is yelling at me. And you will start yelling at him to stop yelling at me. You will not say anything to embarrass yourself. And the person whose shoulder that I'm touching right now, every time you hear me say the words dreams Punta Cana, you will jump up and shout, best vacation ever. Hey Max, you found that fourth one or no? Okay. 1, 2, 3, you're awake. You guys could do me one huge favor. This audience is going to start applauding really loud. Could you guys head back to your seats for me, please? Head on back. Very perfect. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Careful on the steps. If you start to fall, let go. Now, I know that all the posters and everything say Danny Doyle on them. But, yes. You're tied, that's right. Okay, Danny Doyle's got a tie here for you. There you are. No problem. Careful on the steps. Danny Doyle doesn't want anyone to. Thank you. Folks, I'm going to warn you, this is the finale of the Danny Doyle show. Thank you. But, I couldn't possibly do this show by myself. Yep. He's got your tie over there for you. Danny Doyle found it earlier. Thank you. Hey, you want to get a picture with us? Come on. We'll get a picture here. Come on. Yeah, thanks for coming to help Danny Doyle. Thank you. Yeah. I'll fix that in a second. Hold on. If you guys want some new pool toys, I could leave them all this way. Danny Doyle wouldn't do that. Thank you. Yes. You're tied. He'll get you a tie. Hey guys, let's get a picture with him since he's up here anyway. Come on up here. Let's get a picture. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for coming to help Danny Doyle. Have you ever had this much fun at Dreams Punta Cana before? Yeah. Oh. I'll get in a minute. Hold on. Oh, hey, what's up? What's your committee name? You're tied. That's right. You're getting tied there. Let's get a picture with all of you. Want to get a picture? Yeah, come on. Thanks for coming to help Danny Doyle. This is more fun. Thank you. I told you the ending was pretty good, didn't I? But don't fall over backwards. Danny Doyle doesn't need a lawsuit. Anyway. Okay, I gotta get him something. Hold on. Okay, I'll get you. Your tie. Here, he's got a tie for you here. We'll get it in a minute here. Let's get a picture. Come on. Thanks for helping Danny Doyle. We gotta fix this. Okay, I'll fix it here. Here's what you need to do. Okay. Push real hard on that with both your hands. Push real hard. And you'll come unstuck. And now your hands will be stuck there. Yeah. Your tie, here's a tie for you. Here, hold on, wait, oh, hold on, I can, here, watch this. As soon as I snap, you're gonna come unstuck, watch this. There you go. Here, watch this, here. No, we can fix it. Hold on. Here, let's get a picture. Here, come on, get in the picture with us. Yeah. Danny Doyle will fix that right now. Watch. Thank you. As soon as I snap my fingers, this hand is going to come free. No, wait, I can fix that. Watch. Take this, put your thumb in your mouth, and blow, and that hand will come free, and your thumb will be stuck. Go. Here we go. Thanks. I'm sorry, we'll fix that. Hold on. Let's get a picture. Here, come on over here. We got to get a picture. Let's get a picture. Get a tie first. So now let's get a picture here, guys. Okay, here. As soon as I snap my fingers, that'll all come free. Good deal. Oh, come on here. Here, watch this here. Sit back down for me. Here, this is yours, though. You don't want to lose that. Great. Here, look right at me. Sit back. Just forget. Your tie. That's what he's got a tie for you there, sure. Here, sit back down for me. Here, sit right there for me. Sit. Nice. Here we go. Actually, send everybody back up here for me. Would you please? I want the hair. Come on back, my friend. Dreams Punta Cana would not be the same without you. I sit back next to my friends there. There was one more. Oh, here he comes, yeah. Here we are. Max, can you hear me out there? I guess not. Okay. One more time. Everyone sit back in your chairs. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1, sing. Scaring me the other way. Give them all a round of applause. You're doing great. I am going to wake them up one more time. I'm going to talk to them just for a couple of seconds. After I do, I'm going to stand in front of their chairs, and I want you guys to really applaud like crazy because they've done a wonderful show. Sound fair? Thank you. The next time that you awaken, every single suggestion you've been given this evening will be gone from your mind. You will remember the number 6 as well, if not better, than when you came to the stage this evening. The next time, the only suggestion I will leave you with will be this one. The next time that you do awaken, you're going to feel very well rested. You're going to feel better than you have felt in your entire lives. When you do go to sleep this evening, you're going to sleep very quickly. And again, when you awaken in the morning, you will feel better than you've ever felt in your lives. And this will last as long as you would like. I'm going to count from 1 up to 5. When I get to 5, you'll be awake, aware of everything going on, ready to have the best vacation of your lives. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're wide awake. Now, yes. There are some questions people. There are some questions people have about hypnosis, and generally the first one is, where did I get all these ties? The show comes with a built-in anti-climax. I need those back if you don't mind. Yeah. Something else that happens is a process they call time distortion. How long do you figure we've been up here? Have an hour? Yeah, it's been an hour and 5 minutes. Yes. Yes, sir. Great. Those are some sharp-looking ties. I told you it was a built-in anti-climax. There we go. Almost done. this wonderful audience and bow for me, please? Milk it, come on, come on. Head on back to your seats for me, please. Head on back, be careful on this left. Thanks for coming on up to help. Applaud them back to their seats for me, folks. Let them hear it. My friends, that has been the show for the evening. I hope everybody had just a little bit of fun, because Lord knows I did. Now, I should mention that copies of the show you have just seen, starring everybody you have seen in it, are available after the show. If you'd like one, come on back and see me. I'd love to get you one. If you don't want one, come on by, say hi, shake my hand. I'd really love to hear where people are from, talk to people. It's the best part about this job. If you did enjoy the show and you want to follow me into Facebook, it's really easy to find me on Facebook. Just get in Facebook and search Danny Doyle, he's great, shut up. And you will be able to find me real easily. They say that a performer is only as good as the audience that's put in front of him. And for a hypnotist, this couldn't possibly be more true. And you've been one of the more gracious audiences that I've been in front of in quite some time. And I truly appreciate each and every one of you for coming out and spending just a little bit of your vacation with me. Thank you very much. This certainly isn't the question we'd like to ask. The question I'd like to ask is, did you have fun? Thanks for coming out.